Welcome to Fantasy Baseball, Baseball, Baseball. I'm Dan today, along with Steve Romano. Hey, Steve, let's talk about the Field of Dreams head-to-head league we're in because it just had the last regular season week.
Yep, we just wrapped it up. Head-to-head league, it's the end of the regular season, going into the playoffs now. And yeah, there was some last-minute exchanges there in the final week of who got in.
There was. There was really only one team that moved up from out of this top six and one team that moved down. Creek Expos beat the mighty Lollygaggers 6-4. And Creek Expos was seventh, and they moved up to fourth.
It's a nice little bump there,
That
especially
is.
with not even a giant win, 6-4, but it was enough.
It was. It definitely was. And then which team fell down, you say? It was Raptor. Raptor lost to the Tigers
Yeah,
7-3.
Raptor lost, yeah, 3-7, so there was their fourth thing down. Expos got a 6-4 win, and that got to move up because the team ahead of them went 5-5, and the other team, juiced up for summer, went 2-7-1.
So Raptor went from fifth down to the consolation round now out of the playoffs. And then, oh, yeah, Juice Up for Summer moved down to sixth from three. Mr. Awesome Momos won the league. He had 107 wins. He was the best team. Stony Sliders came in second, 2 games back. Those two teams did really well. Then IP Tigers, Creek Expos, Lumber Company, and Juiced Up for Summer all make the playoffs. All really tight, really. I mean, only 3 games separates that sixth and third right there. And then seventh and eighth, Baltimore Chop and Carnival 9. They're only 1.5 and 2 games out of playoffs, as was Raptor, 2 games out of a playoff. So very close races. Atlanta Braves not that far back either, only 5 games back. So great league. Everyone was I was really loving some of the moves made. Teams are making moves to get points as the last week went in. So we have some interesting matchups now as we go to the playoffs.
Week one of the playoffs.
It is. It's
And
Lumber Company versus Creek Expos in the one matchup. That's 5 versus 4.
5 versus 4. 4 is the Expos, 5 is Lumber Company. And Lumber Company was up there for a while, and then they slipped out, right? And then they came back in, I think.
They did. Now, Lumber Company has only made 5 moves on the year, I believe, um, which
Five
is
moves in 19 weeks.
that's crazy, right?
That's kind of great. Yeah, it is.
Hey, just to let you know, Creek Expos at the number 4 spot has only made 13 moves. Like to me, that would still be crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, solid drafts to make the playoffs off of that. Yeah,
and
solid.
the luck of health. So very interesting for sure. And then of course, the other matchup is Juiced Up for Summer at 6, playing IP Tigers at 3.
And IP Tigers, I believe, was going in on a kind of hot, right?
Yeah, they were hot.
Let me take a look.
Take a
Tell you
look.
right now, IP Tigers. Yeah, they went 7-3, 9-1, 7-1, 9-0 in their
Wow.
last 4 weeks. So they
Wow.
were 18, 25. They were 32-5 in those 5 weeks.
Wow. What's Juiced Up for Summer's last 5 weeks?
Juiced up for summer. Well, after they finished 2-7 to you. Then they 6-3. They lost 1-7. Then they won
Ah.
7-3 and 8-2.
So they
So they
had a
had
couple
three
big
good
losses.
wins.
Yeah, a couple big losses.
Yeah,
Not just
but
losses, but big losses.
yeah, big ones to IP Tigers in
There
week
you go.
17 and to you. Yeah, so they lost to IP Tigers 3 weeks ago.
Wow. And they lost to the number 2 and the number 3. And real quick, let's see who's hot and who's not going into the playoffs. Lumber Company in the last 5 games.
Lumber
Weeks.
Company
5 weeks.
yep, they were 5-5, 2-8, 2-6, 6-3, 2-8.
So they limped into the playoffs, but they made the playoffs, but
They
not
lit
playing
they
well.
they No, not playing well at all, actually.
Creek
And before
Expos.
that,
Yeah.
they had 2, 4, and 6 weeks. So Lumber
Wow.
Company had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were 1, 5, and 1 in like their last 7 weeks.
In wins and losses. That is tough. Creek Expos last 5 weeks.
Let's see, Creek Expos. Creek Expos was 6-4, 7-3, 5-4, 1-9, and 6-4.
Wow. So the last 5 weeks overall good. Who beat them 1-9?
The 1-9 was the SoCal Stat Challenge.
Who had a good run at the end, if I remember. Um,
Yeah, other than they were 2-7 in last week, but before that they were 8-2, 3-5, 9-1, 8-2. So they
wow.
had 3 big wins and 2 losses, but their wins were big.
SoCal Stat Challenge posted on the board. Congratulations to those who powered their way into the playoffs. It was a hard fought regular season, and I expect the same moving forward. Thanks for a regular great season. That was Jack. Where did they finish? They finished 12th?
So-called Stat Challenge.
Yes, 11th.
Yeah,
They moved up to
11th.
11th. They moved up to 11th. So,
Let's take a look at you, Stony. Stony
yes,
Sliders.
let's look at me and Momo's the last 5 weeks.
Right?
We both have buys this week.
So you were 7-2, then 9-1, then 6-2, then 3-6, and 4-6.
So I slumped, but I came out of my slump.
And you finished strong, obviously, because you got nine, you got 16. You were 22-5 in those last 3 weeks.
Nice. What about the number one team, the best team, Mr. Awesome's Momo's?
Omo was 9-1, 8-2, 5-3, 6-3, 8-1. So they're playing really good for a month and a half.
Absolutely. They are the cream of the crop. Jim Humboldt Crabs, Phil the Dreams Commissioner, sent this email. Congratulations to the 6 teams that made the playoffs. Mr. Awesome's Momos edged out Stony Sliders for the best record during the regular season. When all was said and done, these were the best two teams managers this season. Well done to the rest of the teams in the championship fight also. This season, we had 19 head-to-head matchups. 13 teams finished within 8 games of the playoffs. Over the course of our regular season, that is less than winning half a point per week over the course of the season. Good luck in the playoffs from
Yeah.
Jim. So great commish, great league. We start the playoffs. The consolation bracket is fun to do if you stay active and you follow baseball, and I always suggest people do that. But obviously, the top 6 teams is where you want to be as you head into the playoffs. I got a bye in the first round, and Momo's the best team. We definitely were a little more ahead, as I brought up earlier. It's a couple moves I saw that were made during this week, real quick before we get off. Um, Baltimore Chop picked up McMahon. Let's just juiced up for summer. Picked up Montez, starting pitcher. Frankie. What other teams made the playoffs? But SoCal Stat Challenge, Baltimore Chop, SoCal Stat Challenge, juiced up for summer. I mean, Humboldt Crabs, Baltimore Chop. Some of these teams were playing for the playoffs, but some of these teams were just playing, Steve, because it's an active league.
Yes. Agreed. And going into the weekend, yeah,
Tra-
look at all those moves on the 16th.
yeah,
Six and then
not all playoff teams. A couple teams fighting for the playoffs. Other teams just trying to move up in the standings. Because I don't know about you, but even if I know I'm not making the playoffs, I mean, if I'm in 10th, I want to finish in 8th if I can.
there's 21 moves on Saturday and Sunday.
That's great. That is
Yeah, that's
great.
awesome.
That is.
And just because I actually last night I did some, I had made moves in a different league, so I had done a lot of. I spent some time. I actually did a little bit of looking
Research.
at current players that were playing well and playing poorly, and so I was like, just looking at a lot of these moves. Nolan McLean is the rookie pitcher from the Mets that got called up. Miguel Andujar has been on a tear for the Reds. Look, someone takes a flyer to get Evan Carter, Brian Reynolds. Jason Alexander's like a longtime journeyman, but he's been on fire like the past month and a half. It's a pitcher for the Astros. Taiwan Walker has been pitching okay, but I see you just need arms over the weekend. Jose Caballero has been playing more, and there was a blurb saying the Yankees were going to give him more playing time, and he's multi-positional. He's a perfect type of guy to have on your bench for this league if
Oh yeah,
he's
he's
getting to
he's a Swiss
play.
Army knife out there. He can play anywhere. He's pretty good defensively, and he's fast.
Um, Uriel Jr.'s okay. Oh, Dean Kramer. Yep, he's been on a roll for the Orioles, and they were talking about possible he makes some changes to some pitches. Brenton Doyle, there, he's had a few great games.
Yeah.
Victor Vodnik looks like he's the closer for the Rockies now.
Yep.
And Samuel Basello is the number one prospect in baseball who is supposed to have superhero power, and he's catcher eligible at the
Yeah,
moment.
he picked up today, I believe. And listen, the consolation bracket is the Atlanta Braves at 10 going on against SoCal Stat Challenge at 11, and Raptor at 9 taking on the Commish Humboldt Crabs at number 12. Carnival 9 and Baltimore Chop both have buys in the consolation round. So, and you can listen, you can move up. If you win the consolation round and you were number 9, you're going to move up to number 6 or 7. So you can definitely move up in the overall standings at the end of the year. But the big matchups for the championship quarterfinal, we got the Lumber Company, good luck, against the Creek Expos, good luck, and good luck both to Juiced Up for Summer and IP Tigers because the playoffs have started. Woo!
It's an exciting time. I wish you luck in your.
But
Oh,
not for
sorry,
you, Steve. Didn't you make the playoffs last year?
I did, but I was going to say I wish you luck in going for a third straight championship.
Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm glad I was in number 2. My team's, I feel pretty good about my team. We'll see how it goes. Anything can happen week to week, as you know. You finished 13th, Lollygaggers 14th, and Humboldt Crabs 12th. And so Cat Stat Challenge 11th. So those are teams we might not have mentioned. I just want to say what makes this league great is the participation and the teams, and they're all good moves too. We got some knowledgeable baseball fantasy players, and I'm very happy to be in this league for over a decade. You've been in for over 5 years, and yeah, good luck to all the playoff teams. And Steve, it's been a pleasure doing this year because next we dive into playoff podcast and we go through some matchups. I'm Dan today. That's Steve Romano. Thanks for joining us for the Field of Dreams Fantasy Podcast.